that's kind of a secret to life. Like you have to be able to create this alter ego that isn't necessarily who you are at all times. But when you're backed in the corner and it's dark and you've lost everything and they knocked on your door, they took away your home, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay a pile of mush on the ground, or are you going to put on your uniform and you're going to go kick someone's ass? Like that's the decision you have to make. Like, am I a victim or am I going to be the victor? And you get to choose who that is in your storyline. And nobody's coming. And you got to make those decisions, but you absolutely have that choice. Am I a victim or am I a victor?
Did you always think you were different? Or is this something you developed or something snapped and you created in your life? You're like, oh, I can like cultivate this. Or were you just born different?
Yeah, no, not born different at all. In fact, after I finished the 50, all the headlines came out, and Red Bull declared I was one of the 50 fittest freaks in the world at the time. Success Magazine said I was the most enduring man on the planet. Red Bull, when it comes to endurance, it was unstoppable. So like all these headlines started to come out, and I was doing these events and, rated the best speaker, most booked at the time, and still am, and just all these crazy things. And so I kept getting the question like, okay, so what separates you from everybody else? What's the genetic makeup that you got when you were born? Like, what's that gift? And I was like, no, there isn't one. And they're like, no, there has to be, because no, this is impossible. And so I'm like, okay. So they convinced me that I was different or special. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go get some epigenetic testing done. I'm going to get some gene tests done. I'm going to so I did all these tests, like just try to figure out what made me different or special. And it's one of my favorite jokes from stage. I tell it all the time. Like I say, yeah, I got the results. It was in this manila envelope. And I sit all my kids down and I say, get ready. I'm about to tell you the gift I gave you at birth. You're welcome. And then I proceed to open the manila envelope. I pull out the results. And the very first headline says, congratulations, you're an average white Canadian. All joking aside, but the reality is the test came back, the results came back, and I do not have a single genetic advantage over anybody else. This is all built over time of showing up, being consistent, and just really putting in the work.